What's going on, YouTube? It's SC, a place to be, channel train Mr. A&D, and not Deion Sanders. Prime time.
What's up, y'all?
We back here for the Wednesday night war for NXT and AEW. And I know NXT has been getting ripped apart in the past week, and so much stuff has happened to NXT. Obviously, we talked about it on last week's podcast and everything, but I still intend on keeping it this format. This has been the easiest format for me to do. They like you saying, yo, why even still do NXT? I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna give up NXT just yet, because I still like it better Raw or Smackdown. So I'm gonna keep this.
I did not watch NXT, so this review is gonna be. I'm gonna be shocked by what they do with NXT.
Okay, good show. Like I said, well, I see NXT, and then of course this gonna be easy because me and Prime are definitely starting our Rampage reviews on Friday night. Because I'm excited to get into Rampage. So
we would do the first month. If it's good, I'll continue. We'll see.
Okay, that is fair because it's so much wrestling to watch in a week. It's so much wrestling to watch in a week. But let's start off with NXT this week. So NXT, as we're building up for Takeover 36. We got
Takeover the end.
Is that what they calling it, or is that what we call it?
That's what they should call it.
Oh, it's Takeover the end. The last NXT Takeover ever. That's what it probably should be called.
They already had that name before, but they should bring it back.
Well,
Samoa also won the title in that as well.
Exactly. So right now we're starting off with Dakota Kai taking on Saray. We know that Saray has been on a hot streak for the past couple months, and now Dakota Kai, who is about to take on Raquel Gonzalez at Takeover.
So I do know that she was not supposed to be in this match. I do know that.
Who's Saray or Dakota Kai?
Dakota Kai.
Who's supposed to be in this match?
Ember Moon. I think she got hurt.
Oh, that's right. I heard about Little Thickness.
I don't know if she got hurt or if she was just not in NXT standards with quotation marks.
If they got rid of my Little Thickness, I'll be pissed.
All I'm saying is I don't know if she's hurt for real or if she just not what NXT wants. Quotation marks.
What? Now you know damn well Triple H will not turn down Ember Moon.
Look, he almost turned down Adam Cole.
Well, good matchup. I figured that Dakota Kai would pick up the win here because she had to go face Raquel Gonzalez. You got to make her still look a bit strong. Saray was getting her kicks in, and I mean these women were stiff kick each other. Saray, that's her basement drop kick with Dakota's on the bottom rope, way better than Bree mode, and she was going for it again. Dakota gets out the way and gives her like a little axe kick. Saray fights back and start kicking her in the corner. And as she's about to run back to the corner, she like to build up and run to the corner and attack Dakota Kai. She follows her with a face wash kick and pins her for the 1-2-3. So that's pretty good. After the matchup, Dakota Kai was about to do a face wash kick again, but then Raquel Gonzalez comes out and she told her that she will tear her apart. And actually, 36 along with a lot of other sexy things in Spanish. So, that is, it's putting some more heat on the matchup, something that they're not doing on the main roster right now. So, I know Dakota Kai is going to make Raquel Gonzalez like $1 million. She's going to make her look great because Dakota Kai is excellent in that role. But does Dakota? I'm curious though. I think Dakota Kai may take it though.
Maybe.
But once again, we will, this may be the podcast we do predictions on, whatever the case may be, because obviously we are recording this ahead of time. We see Indy Hartwell applying makeup to get her first date with Dexter Lumis, and then Gargano and Lorraine are discussing the plans, and then John has to make this work for the family. I like how Dexter Lumis arrives at the house, and it's like they really do this whole first date type thing, and acts like Indy Hartwell is their daughter, stuff like that. And I thought actually this was actually kind of funny. I thought it was actually entertaining. And then after they go on the date, Gargano says that they're going to follow them. So now, me personally, I enjoyed this more than what the dinner time with the Garganos were like last year or 2 years ago when they had that little freeze and get angry shit going on.
That was not. You acting like that. That was last year. That was not that long ago.
Oh, last year, yeah, I wasn't feeling that.
When they were feuding with Mia Yim and Keith Lee, yes, that was last year. Yeah.
Exactly. So I was like, well, let's see how this plays out. Because first of all, I like this better than that whole Io Shirai and Zoe Starks thing.
Yeah. Agreed.
Hit Row is in like this band truck, and I hear these guys out here talking real spicy about what's been going on, and then about how he took the grill out of Swerve. Now he said, not only did you disrespect Swerve, but you disrespect Hit Row, you disrespect our culture. So he takes a luchador mask and he throw it in the burning fire pit, and it's going to be something that I'm liking this rivalry already, even though I'm not going to get my fatal 4-way tag match that I want. But I'm like, this should still be good. Cause I just want to see Swerve taking on Santos.
I still think the 4-way will happen.
But it's not going to be a takeover, though, because they already got their 5 matches.
I mean, it's the end. So, why not?
Huh?
I said it's the end, so why not?
Well, they're not acknowledging that. Il Dragunov comes to
watch Vince come out one day like he did on when did he do that for? He did that for NWO. He came out, he was like, NWO's over. We're done.
Yo, can you imagine Vince come out on NXT, no chance, and then just say,
do that.
Dude, all NXT is fire. And I'm like, yo.
He did that for ECW too.
Yes. Yo, please, we not about to talk negativity right now. Dragunov
watch a no chance hit in the CWC. Watch.
Comes out to the ring for the first time. Says he's not a man of big words because where he comes from, words mean nothing. Pain means something, and he's talking about fighting Walter, which is going to be a damn good match at TakeOver 36. But then Pete Dunne interrupts him, and he says that he owes him a big thank you for putting NXT UK on the map, carrying the continent of Europe on his back. As he says, doesn't get if it wasn't for me, he doesn't get to face Walter at TakeOver. It wasn't for him, and he would have stayed in the UK. And we put Dragunov in this place a long time ago. So, Dunn wants a match for Dragunov tonight, and he accepts. So, cool. We get LA Knight and Cameron Grimes backstage. And I didn't see too much to say, but we get LA Knight taking on Andre Chase. He beats him real quick. But after the matchup, DiBiase comes out there and says, so you can do better, you deserve better, and I think you can actually beat LA Knight. And LA Knight says, no, he had 2 chances, but here's the thing. I could beat him a 3rd time because 3rd time's not a charm for him. I'm going to tell you right now, if I win, he said, when I win, he won't be my brother no longer. It'll be Ted DiBiase. And Ted DiBiase said he's a gambling man, so he takes on the best. So Cameron Grimes taking on LA Knight at TakeOver. And if Cameron Grimes wins, then he's free. But if not, DiBiase goes a Butler too. Me personally, I would put this match as... Go ahead.
Wait a minute. So either way, he's free.
That's what it looked like to me. I don't know. They really didn't explain it too much. I guess DiBiase will be the Butler also.
But he said you can do better than him. You can have me. So that means he's gonna... All right.
Look. Yeah. I feel you. That's confusing. Me personally, I would put this match away so I can have a fatal 4-way tag team match.
Yeah, I mean, we done seen it 2 times already. They are telling you this is the 3rd one.
So that's basically how I do. Gigi Dolan taking on.
Oh my gosh.
Amari Miller.
That just does not sound like a championship name.
It don't. It really don't. But she does win with the pump hand or crucifix pin for the wins. I was like, okay, cool. Indy Hartwell's on a date ordering a lot of food, chicken fingers and calamari and all that stuff like that. Then they hear Johnny Gargano on the walkie-talkie, and she finds Candice near high by a table at the menu, and tells Johnny to leave her alone while she's on her date with Loomis. Here's the thing. I think that Indy Hartwell is going to be the person that's going to have Loomis talk for the first time.
Of course, he gonna be. Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, no. Go ahead. Say what you gonna say. He's gonna do what?
He's probably gonna be like Otis, like oh yeah, or something.
No. Well, first of all, I think he just go back to being Sebastian Shaw from Impact.
Yeah, the creeper.
He's a creeper now.
Yeah, but he was more of a creeper then.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but we know he can talk.
Do we?
Yes. He can't.
What word has he said in NXT? What word is canon that he said?
No, I'm saying he ain't saying that in NXT. I'm saying
so it's not canon. We don't. This is just like Kane. When Kane showed up, we know he can talk.
Okay, well, I'm just saying she gonna probably give him a talk. He can't stay in mute forever.
Oh, can he?
Well, not if it's the end, like you said. But William Regal.
Well, if it's the end, he don't have to talk. It's gonna be over. He's gonna be featured.
I swear, you just like being a headache sometimes because you just don't like really. William Regal is in the ring with half the security guards and brings out Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, and he announced that their match is going to be a 2 out of 3 falls, where Kyle O'Reilly picks the first stipulation, Adam Cole picks the second, and then if it needs to go to the third, I'll pick the third.
No holds barred or street fight. I don't know, submission only or tables, and then the thing that he did with Gargano. I'm calling it.
Okay, now let me reveal to you how this happened. Let me tell you how Kyle O'Reilly got shut down this whole segment.
Okay.
The crowd is not feeling Cool Kyle.
I knew that. I told you that.
Yeah, you did tell me that, but now it's apparent that they are not feeling Cool Kyle at all. So they're chanting Adam Cole. So Kyle O'Reilly, he gets on the mic. He says, I could do a lot of things and pick a lot of stipulations, but you know what? That match of Great American Bash, it bothers me. And so the first match is going to be a regular pinfall submission only match, singles match.
Of course. So
then Adam Cole says, you're real stupid. And everybody was sitting there just like laughing at everything like that. And he was saying like, the second fall is going to be a street fight.
Of course.
And then he said, but it's not going to go to, don't worry about what Regal's going to win it because it's not going to go to 2 falls. It's just going to be, it's not going to go to 3 falls. I'm going to beat you 2-0. And he destroyed Kyle O'Reilly on the mic. Kyle O'Reilly said he's trying to get his words together and stuff like that, but Adam Cole destroyed him. And I was like, yo, this is not a good look for Kyle O'Reilly at all.
He's trying not to get featured in there.
It says, Adam Cole don't give a shit about that. He'd be fine.
Well, no, honestly, he's not even under contract right now, so it's like,
Exactly. So he eggs Kyle O'Reilly on and saying that, Kyle O'Reilly says, he has respect for Regal right here doesn't kill Cole right now, but you know what? Cole said he's proven time and time again for 13 years that he's better than Kyle O'Reilly every possible way, and he beat him at the Great American Bash. It doesn't really matter, and Kyle O'Reilly will only be a footnote in Adam Cole's career, as he's the greatest NXT wrestler that they ever had. And then so he eggs Kyle O'Reilly on, so they start brawling, and then when they bring it up, Rico's like, I knew this will come to this, and that's why the stipulation for the third match
will be... Did you say War Games?
Steel cage.
Just a steel cage?
Just steel cage.
Not the one with the spikes on the top?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping they'd do like a fight pit, but no, it's just a steel cage. Just a kid. And I'm like, yo, this is the same matchup. Hold on. I know it's hot, but see, you got your fan right there at the microphone. They got their it's the same match from 2001, Triple H and Stone Cold. It's the same match.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking match. I'm just like, okay, I thought it could be like a submission, and then of course a Street Fighter was going to be a part of it. And then I'm like, okay, I don't mind the cage, but I'm just like, but I mean, actually, cage matches are cool. I'll say that, but
they are, but it feels like they're overused, even though that they're not. But it just feels like they are.
I would just like the fight pit. If the fight in Colorado, if it's the fight pit, the fight pit thing a little bit better. But that's what it's going to be. Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa are sitting backstage.
Oh, they still a team. Speaking of future endeavor, oh my god.
I don't want to get rid of Ciampa. I like Ciampa.
I don't want them to get rid of Ciampa, but if this is the best he's doing, you might as well let this man go and be better.
I agree, but you know, they're talking about they need to beat up Ridge Holland, and Thatcher challenge Ridge Holland to a match probably next week. MSK cut a promo mocking Imperium and say that they aren't ruining the division by injecting it with life. At the Imperium wants some, they know where to find them. Breakout tournament. Trey Baxter taking on Odyssey Jones. The semifinal. Odyssey Jones looks better in this matchup as he wins with a throw up rock bottom, as they call it, or it's what how they're describing it. So it looks like it may be Odyssey Jones and Carmelo Hayes for the final.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because next week is Carmelo Hayes taking on Duke Hudson. So I think, Carmelo Hayes and Odyssey Jones may be it. And they may go with Odyssey Jones. I'm not sure. But I like Carmelo Hayes, though.
I think they might go with Odyssey Jones because Carmelo Hayes has already been on TV.
Probably.
Like, he was already on TV like a month or 2 months before the whole tournament.
Okay.
And then they try to bring him in as if we never seen him before. He done already fought Adam Cole and all. So
you're right. Michael Bivens comes out of William Regal's office with a smile on his face, and Regal just announced that
so he the one that got him fired. Nah.
That's that's funny. No, that's
because his whole team was there last week. Now he only got him and Roddy.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, yeah, get rid of all of them. He says, I got 2 big matches for next week. We got Roderick Strong taking on Kushida for the Cruiserweight Championship, and MSK versus Imperium for the Tag Team Championships. That's why I said there's going to be no fatal 4-way. Boa with Mi Ying taking on Drake Maverick.
Boa, who is Boa?
Huh?
Who is Boa?
With who comes out with Xia Li?
Oh, he actually wrestled. Oh, I thought he was just a manager.
Oh no, he wrestles. He took on Drake Maverick. Maverick is on the outside and trips him up.
He took on Drake Maverick.
Yes.
Drake Maverick still works still.
Yo,
okay.
I don't know how Drake Maverick did not get fired the second time, but he is TG Dodger right now.
And he probably don't answer the phone here. When you answer the phone, that's what they do. When you don't answer, they keep you for some reason. It's like weird.
I know. I don't get it. So he's on the outside, but then me sprays like spits this kind of mist powder in his face. I was like, okay, it wasn't a green mist or nothing. It was white and clear. And then
it's probably okay.
Don't do that. Bo hits him with a head kick and wins the matchup. So we are back in the restaurant for the last leg of the date. Gargano shows up in a wig and a mustache as a waiter with cake. Indy sees through it and argues with Gargano. Actually slams the cake into Luma's face. And Johnny runs away as Indy eats the cake off his face.
Okay.
I know. Package for carrying costs with Samoa Joe.
Real quick. So is Loomis and Indy and the Garganos, are they kind of like, for example, how Aquaman was in the Snyder Cut, that one scene?
I'm trying to think of what scene you talking about here.
Oh, wow. My bad. I thought you know. The one scene where he was like, should I choose hat A or hat B? He was like, definitely not A. And he was like, all right, let me hat B. And he was like, let me see hat A. Yeah. It's like the little moment.
Yeah. Well, which is like, it's subtle, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can agree with that. Main event time, Pete Dunne versus Il Dragunov. And this was actually a dope ass matchup. I really thought Dragunov was going to win because we get ready for Walter.
Wait, he didn't win?
No, he did not win actually because Walter comes out and gives him a distraction, and at first he fights out of the bitter end, and then he escapes, but Dragunov needs him, runs, but gets caught with a forearm by Dunne again as Walter's out there standing there against the bitter and Pete Dunne gets the win. So Walter comes out to the ring, stares down Pete Dunne, and who just leaves. And then I don't understand why they did it this way, but Walter Roseman sleeves as he's about to go beat up Dragunov, but then Dragunov starts fighting back and then knocks Walter out the ring and then holds up the NXT UK Championship, and that's how it closes the show.
See, I would have had him overcome the distraction and win because, I mean, he is in contention to win the title.
Exactly.
So, yeah, you got to make him look strong, even if it's distraction. But, hey.
What do we know,
obviously
right?
know that they don't. We obviously know they don't care. So.
Exactly. What the hell do we know? Now it's time to move on to AEW Dynamite. It's Wednesday, and you do know what that means.
We'll get to him later.
So we open the show. We have a tribute to beautiful Bobby Eaton. I'm glad they acknowledged him also. MJF is backstage with Warlow. He says he better get the job done. He said, because didn't you lose to Cody in that cage match? And I was just like,
yep.
Yeah, don't be biased about that shit. But yeah. So in the beginning of the matchup, first of all, it's already confirmed that Omega taking on Christian Cage is going to be for the world title at All Out. Ugh.
We'll see. I think it's something.
This is one thing that I am not agreeing with AEW on, but we'll get to it. We start with a trio.
I think they got something up their sleeves. I'll tell you that.
They better, or they're gonna face paint this shit hard.
Hangman's not there though.
Okay.
He took a vacation.
Mm-hmm. Vacation.
So I'm telling you, he did. No, for real. He legit took a legit vacation. He's having a baby.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Everybody have babies these days. AEW World Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks take on the team of Top Flight. Excuse me, not the team. The guy from Top Flight, Dante Martin, and the Seidel brothers, Matt and Mike Seidel. This match got nothing to do with the damn Seidel brothers. Okay, not
at all.
I've seen Matt and fuck up all this kind of shit all the time. Man, it's all about Dante Martin. I was like, who is this mixed kid? Because I never watched Top Flight on Dark.
You never seen him? Oh. I never really watched their full matches, but I do see the clip that they post on Dark, and like one of the things he did when they were in Daily's place, it was a legit sunset at the time because it was like during the day, so it was like that dusk time.
Yeah,
it was a legit sunset. He did maybe the highest sunset flip with the sunset in the background, and then after that they kind of had him like showcase every week, do like a flippy move like that.
Yeah, the kid is gold. Okay, he goes around and he's doing some unbelievable athletic shit. I'm talking about when it comes to the diving through the rope. I'm not talking about the simple high flying stuff. He's doing stuff like he's like no hands jumping on the ropes and diving to the outside with complete balance. It reminded me of like Flip Gordon a little bit, because I know Flip Gordon, kind of does some shit like that also. And
somebody said he's obviously he's a younger Ricochet, pretty much.
Yeah. At first I was just like, oh man, this guy. I was like, oh, first of all, he got one of them Ball brother froze. I was like, oh good, he's definitely a mixed kid. So he's going at it. Omega tries to get him in the One Wing Angel 2 different times, and he reverses it. I like how he got out the first one. I was like, oh, I can believe that. Then he gets another V trigger and tries to put him in there again. He gets
2 times is excessive, though.
You said 2 times?
I think him getting out of it 2 times was kind of excessive because he's, just Dante Martin, and this is the 4 championship at one time Kenny Omega.
You're right. The first time, I would have took one of them away, but I know they wanted to show that this kid keeps fighting though.
Yeah.
But he does get the One Wing Angel, and then they give him the more bang for your buck, and then it's a wrap. They win the matchup. Awesome opener. And first of all, that whole jump up on the ropes with no hands and falling down doing a diving Hurricane Rana, I was like, this kid is crazy.
Is that the one where he jumped all the way up in the air and then landed on Kenny Omega? Yeah, that one was wild.
Honestly, that stuff was dope. So afterwards, Don Callis gets into the ring, grabs the microphone from Tony Schiavone, and then Christian Cage comes out. Okay. So Christian Cage said, Don Callis said, you're outnumbered, and he says, yeah, we know you're number one, and we know that you're going to have your title shot for All Out. As soon as he said that, CM Punk fan chants started showering the building. And I was just like, that Don Callis, did a good job. He talked over them, and Christian Cage said that along with having his title shot, he's going to want to take on Kenny Omega for the Impact Championship on this Friday's Rampage.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my issue with that. Prime, can we be honest with something real quick?
What's up?
If this was WWE, we would get on them for having this old guy that gets 2 championship matches, and he just came in when we got all this other talent that we could be pushing. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, I know they probably got something up their sleeve, but here's the thing. They need a match for Kenny Omega to have it all out. If Adam Page is really having a baby, and they're probably not going to do CM Punk versus Kenny Omega right now, because you don't want Kenny Omega losing yet, because you wanted to hold off to the Hangman thing. So they're going to have to do Christian Cage. So you mean tell me Christian Cage, of all people, gets 2 title matches, and then
I'm telling you, Christian is not going to be the guy for All Out.
But it don't need to be CM Punk neither.
It's not going to be CM Punk. It's either they give it an open challenge, and it's just the person with the bigger balls that's going to lose, or it's somebody like Darby who just accepts the open challenge.
I think Darby's the one going up against Punk.
Oh, yeah. Well, whatever the case is, they can't do Christian versus Omega twice, because that's
stupid. First, and for 2
you can't do
different
that.
Championships?
Yeah, you can't do that. That's why I think they have something better up their sleeve. They can't be that stupid.
I'm about to say, that's WWE level stupid. About just having some old... It's like having Goldberg come back and win the Universal Championship.
First of all, that is not the same.
You know what I'm talking about. First of all, Goldberg sells out more than Christian Cage does. Okay? Christian Cage is the better wrestler.
We talk about match quality. Match quality is what they focus on the AEW.
That's what I'm saying, but once again, Christian Cage is not a name. I mean, he's a name. His name and impact, but Christian Cage is not a sell-out name. He's not.
I mean, compared to AEW, he is not sell out, but he's like, yes, Christian Cage. It will make sense, you know.
I mean, for the impact, fine, but it's like he gets a title shot on Rampage, and first of all, it's like, okay, they better not have Christian Cage win the Impact Championship.
Yeah, I've been hearing people saying Christian win. I think the match goes to no DQ. They just like destroy him so bad to where he just can't fight. Like, I think they destroy him. He wins by DQ. They destroy him at Rampage, and then he doesn't have an opponent for a while, and then he sends an open challenge, or somebody comes out and challenges him, but they may still lose.
But once again, if it's somebody like Jungle Boy that comes out, wouldn't you be pissed? You already know Jungle Boy's going to lose.
Jungle Boy, whoever it is losing anyway.
So why did this let Christian lose then? I'll just say, because why else would you personally, I would have just had him lose that All Out. But then when they put the other match, it's like it has to be something, because you can't just do these two straight matches back to back. So it has to be something, because if it's not something, they're gonna be in a lot of trouble. They're gonna be in a lot of trouble. And first of all, if Christian wins the Impact Championship on Kenny Omega, is gonna be a lot of trouble also. Because then,
that's what I say. I personally would want him to win by DQ, and then them beating him up, all five of them, destroying him after the match, and then he can't compete.
They shouldn't have made the shit at Rampage, to be honest with you.
Just
let the thing at All Out happen, because at least I don't mind seeing Christian lose, so that means Christian won't be back in the rankings. But anybody you bring out for Kenny Omega, if it ain't CM Punk, you know, people gonna be crazy. Now, unless they do something huge like bring out Daniel Bryan, but once again, it doesn't matter, because that has to be held for Adam Page. Adam Page is that's the whole year-long story.
Yeah.
So it has to be Adam Page.
It has to be, but as well, he is taking a vacation. So he's definitely not going to be at All Out. I don't know if he'll be back in time for full gear. So we don't know that if he'll be back in time for full gear. But whoever it is losing.
Look, all I know is I'm trying to trust AEW with all the faith I have. I'm just saying.
I'm trying to trust them too. I'm not trying to think too deep into it, because I've been reading a lot of stuff already. I'm trying not to get myself.
Because the whole Christian Cage as for this Impact thing, that fucking bothered me. But it's cool. Video package aired of TNT champion Miro. It's gonna be on Rampage on Friday. Then Darby Allin taking on Red Death Daniel Garcia. Who came out there with 2.0. So I was like, okay, I don't know too much about this guy, but he was pretty dope. But Darby Allin hits the coffin drop on Daniel Garcia, wins the matchup. They try to get involved. 2.0 try to get involved. Sting kind of, make quick work for them. And then Darby Allin and Sting made 2.0 a pay. And it looks like that, first of all, your boy Jim Ross made the line about Darby Allin and Sting. Did you hear it?
Well, which one? Because I have a line too that he said. Which one are you talking about?
Darby Allin and Sting go together like sauce and ribs.
Oh no, that's not the one. The one I heard, when they announced it was going to be Darby and Sting versus 2.0 in a tornado tag match. Can you imagine that, folks? Sting on Dynamite in the ring. Jim Ross, that's so weird, man.
I'm about to say, look, yeah,
in the ring.
He's about to do his first matchup in the ring, at least a Dynamite. Their triangle goes backstage, and Phoenix and Pentagon do, for some reason, my hands are going up in quotations, do not know why Andrade keeps trying to recruit them. I don't know. Maybe it's the heritage thing. Maybe it's the Mexican thing. I'm just saying.
Maybe they're just good, and he wants good people on this side.
You know what I'm saying? But sure, but no, but Pat don't like that. So He said, I'm easy to. He wants to fight with him. He's easy to find. So then we have another fucking trios match. This is one thing AEW got to do better on. Best friends.
I mean, I think Rampage, they are going to announce trios titles.
They probably should, because these trios matches, man. Best friends with Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, and was it Wheeler Yata?
Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah, taking on the Hardy Family Office, which is Matt Hardy and Private Party.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, okay, so is there a rumor going around that Matt Hardy about to have his 5th kid?
So let me tell you. When I tell you Rebby just like maybe 2 months ago or less had a baby.
Like, what is going on, y'all? 5 kids? Like, does she want to be home with 5 fucking kids? Are you kidding me?
I mean, she don't got nothing. Have you seen how they don't have no neighbors?
He said, no, bro, look, 2 kids wear me the fuck out. He talking 5? Like, I'm like, you better hope they all into wrestling. Because somebody paying this forward. Somebody paying this forward.
Obviously, they all live in the same compound. Jeff lives there. Jeff probably lives like 2 acres over. So he got his own place.
Yo, can you imagine DoorDash from Matt Hardy?
Oh my gosh.
That would be hilarious.
You have to go all the way 2 acres into the land and then turn left 5 acres. And you almost there.
Exactly. Sound about right to me. So the match was pretty good. Yota, was fighting against the odds against Private Party. They nailed Wheeler with the gin and juice. I've missed seeing that move. But Orange Cassidy broke up the pin. Matt Hardy took off Wheeler's head with a twist of fate and pinned Yuta. So the Matt Hardy team won. So Matt Hardy looks to be a man who's counting his money, said Jim Ross. Dasha interviews Andrade and Chavo Guerrero. And look, it's about time. Nobody is liking these Andrade segments backstage. Andrade gets over in the ring. He has not had a match yet. So finally, they said at All Out, it's going to be Pac versus Andrade. Give it to me. It's going to be great. Andrade has great matches with whoever he's in the ring with. And that's what we want to see from Andrade. This whole character backstage like this Mexican cartel crime boss is not working out for me. Now, you may have a different opinion. How do you feel about it?
No, I think it's not. The only reason it's not working because they are. You can tell they're trying to hold off until the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
it's like if they would have did like a segment every other week, it could probably hold off until the pay-per-view. But with them doing it every week, reminding us that Andrade is still here, then it's kind of like, all right, we get it. Without you keep saying stuff without action. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think him and Pac will have a great match. Him and Pac will have a great match.
Do you think Ray and Pentagon turn on Pac, or do you think they just like, all right?
Shit, I would. Look, they just go with Andrade. But it's kind of like when they turned on Austin Theory in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
When Andrade and what's his name?
Angel Garza.
Angel Garza turned on Austin Theory. I mean, I'm not trying to turn to a race thing, but he was the white guy. I'm like, yo, it's a Mexican group. I'm trying to recruit them for a reason. So, and come on, Ray Phoenix. Because first of all, Death's Triangle, I liked them, but they never made no sense to me. Death's Triangle never made sense to me at all. I was like,
I always classified them as just guys that like to flip that can also be ruthless. So I thought they were together because they were flippy guys.
Yeah, but it also got to kind of make some kind of sense, But I'm like, why not have? And then I'm like, first of all, Pac could do better on his own. He don't need to be in no stable. Pac can do good on his own, but you got Lucha Bros as the tag team, and then with Andrade, that could be a damn good stable. And like I said, I just like to see those Mexican luchador type stables. And like I said, I didn't mind Death Triangle, but it's just weird to me.
So what they gonna be called? The Cartel?
No, we probably call them, damn, I say LAX Part 3.
Nah, they already got LAX.
See what?
They don't already have LAX, but it's kind of almost in canon with Conan that Proud and Powerful is yes.
Yeah, well, they LAX Part 2. They ain't the original LAX.
Well, yeah.
So
I know they can still bring out Homicide and Hernandez on you.
Stop. We're not bringing Supermax. No, we're not doing that. The Galaxy's greatest alien, Chris Statlander, takes on the native beast Nyla Rose in a surprising matchup here where Chris Statlander looks pretty good, and she hits a top rope powerbomb on Nyla Rose and a 450 and beats Nyla Rose. It kind of reminds you of when Beth Phoenix started getting pinned for the first time.
Yeah, they trying to build up Statlander. She's still undefeated, I believe.
Yeah. Young Bucks are backstage. You're talking about next week. The match against Jungle Boy Luchasaurus is going to be the easiest to lay up. Nick Jackson does the most.
Oh my god.
He does the most rehearsed layup just so Luchasaurus could block the shot, and then Jungle Boy comes and dunks on, just dunks the ball and walks off. So
I thought they were broken up.
What the Jurassic Express?
Yes.
Not yet. It ain't at any time yet.
Yeah, it is. It's been past time.
No.
Jungle Boy is way over than the rest of the two.
No.
And when you see him by himself, you're like, yes. When you see both of them, you're like, yeah.
No, because you know what? There was no Margot stunt. Thank you. That's the one that got to go.
No, I mean,
Margot stunt.
I like Luchasaurus, but Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy in a team is obviously like Jungle Boy is obviously like ready for singles push, and him still being with Luchasaurus and sometimes Margot Stunt still is kind of holding back a little bit.
The Margot stunt, I'm over the Margot stunt shit. Tony Schiavone.
I'm gonna just tell you, I was not happy that the Lucha Party Express whatever were the ones to challenge the Young Bucks. I'd say I was not happy about that.
Gotcha. Tony Schiavone's in the ring with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, to talk about her matchup. It's the hometown hero. I love this and did not like it at the same time.
Okay.
Basically, promoting her matchup with Red Velvet, and for Friday.
That's the part you shouldn't be liking.
Yeah. Well, I'll get to it. She said, Red Velvet, you may have a glimmer of hope if you're wrestling me in any other city, but here in Pittsburgh, in the main event this Friday on Rampage, you're not gonna win. So Red Velvet comes out and starts attacking Britt Baker, and they had to break it up. So they're gonna settle it on Rampage. Here's the thing I don't like. Britt Baker is the heel.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know she's in her hometown. I'm like, yo, just do the turn. Because every time they even mention Red Velvet, they booing her. And I'm like, y'all setting her up here. Y'all setting her up to fail, and y'all shouldn't be egging on because it's going to be in Pittsburgh. You're not going to boo Baker in Pittsburgh. So obviously you got,
or at all nowadays.
Exactly. So it's either like you do the turn or you do a Bret Hart type turn where Bret Hart's like, I'm only going to be a face in Canada, and she'll only be a face in Pittsburgh and hate everybody else it was because they're not playing her like a heel. They're playing her like a babyface, and when Red Velvet come out there and attack her, she looks like the heel. So y'all need to do the swap, but because I just don't want to see. It's like because we know Red Velvet's going to lose, but I mean they're going to be hyped for Britt Baker on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be hyped for her. Impact.
Yeah, I think the Britt Baker thing would be like she acts like a heel, but she's really a face. If you know what I mean. Like, she still cheats, and she still does all the healer stuff, but people just like her, so she's kind of just organic.
Like Stone Cold The Rock.
Kind of like how Becky was, because Becky was still cheating them last,
Yeah.
Becky was still cheating in matches to win and all that kind of stuff. She was still being more aggressive and beat people up after the bell and stuff, and didn't She kind of just kept it, you know.
Impact World Tag Team Title match. The Good Brothers taking on Dark Order, Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, which I think that's one of the best teams in the Dark Order. Had a great matchup.
It's the original. It's the one that started it.
Exactly, and it had a real good matchup with him, but then Stu Grayson gets caught on the top rope and gets the Magic Killer by them, and then they win the matchup. So I was like, well, I don't know who's going to see the Impact Tag Team titles off of them, but that was pretty good.
Probably a New Japan team or something.
Then we get Toshi Schiavone in the ring with QT Marshall in the Factory. Worst faction in AEW.
Yeah.
It's on the level of JBL's Cabinet.
Oof.
Would you agree or disagree?
I don't know. I haven't seen enough of it.
First of all, I'm going to tell you right now, this is me saying this over the Dark Order. Worst faction in AEW. So then...
Dark Order had good moves. You don't like the Dark Order just trash overall.
No, I did say it was trash. I said I don't like the Dark Order. Dark Order sucks. But they're better than the QT Marshall in the Factory. This is the worst faction in AEW, and it needs to be over with. Okay.
Especially after Cody Rhodes retired Anthony Ogogo.
Oh shit! Where the hell he been at?
Don't Cody Rhodes.
Wanted to say where he been at? Okay, you right. So then,
and people said Cody Rhodes put him over. How?
Yeah, I'm about to say I ain't seen him since. So QT said Tony got his words twisted. He should apologize to him. And Tony Son was sitting at ringside. I was like, oh, that's who Tony Schiavone's son look like? So he brings up to the ring, and then Tony screamed from Tony. He said, I apologize, damn it. But QT says, you know what? It's not, apologize, except he gives him a diamond cutter.
Excuse me.
Don't do this.
He just hit him with a stunner.
First of all, I'm mad he called it a stunner. I'm mad QT Marshall's actually using a diamond cutter with the diamond cutter pose. Fuck that guy. So
I think I don't want to speculate that this is leading to DDP coming back, but he was trained by DDP, so there is a story there if they want to use it.
I don't care. I don't care about QT Marshall. Big Show comes out, no more BS, and just
first of all, this is not the person I wanted to come out. This is we do not need a big. I knew he was gonna wrestle eventually, but I do not. This is like this kills everything. I do not want to see a QT Marshall versus Big Show match. I just don't.
Who do you want to see him face?
I mean, if it was QT, I would rather see him fight somebody else. I don't want to see him fight the Big Show.
I don't want to see QT fight nobody, be honest with you. But if some people can make the match look good. Like if he's fighting somebody that can make the match look good, okay. Big Show, all right, whatever, man. I'm not even excited for it. I got you.
But I don't know if you noticed, I'd never listened to his theme song before, but he has the whale in there too.
He do, but nothing else.
By the same singer.
Oh, okay, that's dope.
It is dope, but I was like, well, however he said it. I know, okay.
Well, as he gets into the ring, he's staring a hole right into QT Marshall. QT Marshall. Yeah,
QT Marshall could have been like to Texas by then, as slow as he got in.
He could have been, but he throws Aaron Solo to Paul White, and then he just gives him a choke slam. He just keeps staring down QT Marshall. So I hope that's not all out. I really hope. Just put that shit on Evolution and call it a day.
Just put it on Rampage and just be done with it.
Fine. Main event: Fire Labels of Jericho, Chapter 4. Jericho taking on Warlord with MJF at ringside. To be honest with you, I was not as I really got not less invested with the Labels of Jericho. I enjoyed the first one. The first one was cool. Well, Sean Spears, okay, I got it, and then. Nick Gage, I thought that was creative. Bring him in a death match. Then they brought in Hoovy, and I thought we were going back to Lionheart, but we kind of didn't. And I was like, and they messed up, and the juice was not loose. And I was like, okay, so we're losing steam here. And then instead of having Big Show or somebody like that, we get Warlord. Because I'm like, why does he have to lose? I don't want to see Warlord lose because you knew he was going to have to lose.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he's beating his ass throughout the most of the matchup. Even when he has the Walls Jericho and Warlord, MJF goes and rakes the eyes. Audrey Hepburn does not see it, obviously. But Jericho, as referee distracted, Jericho takes his bat. What's the bat's name again?
Floyd.
Floyd. And then he just goes and hits Warlord with Floyd, and then hits the Judas effect on him, and then wins the matchup. So afterwards, here comes the Pinnacle to attack Chris Jericho. They beat him down. MJF gets himself with an armbar, Fujiwara armbar, and then he comes up there and says, okay, the fifth labor, which is him next week, is that there is going to be no Judas effect. There's going to be no Judas song. You coming out here to straight silence, which you already know everybody's just going to sing it regardless. So it's like, it's just to show how over Jericho's doing it with. There's going to be no Judas effect as if he does not have like 13 other finishing moves, but sure, whatever. And I'm like,
well, yeah. The walls or the code breaker, which he.
Or the lion salt.
Oh, no. Not as a finisher. I wouldn't.
So, that's the match next week, and I'm just like, all right, whatever.
I still think he uses it, obviously.
Yeah, I'm just saying, and I'm just like, oh, they probably got to do this match all out. So I'm just like, there's probably going to be some screwy finish to it, and to the point where they come up with another thing to have it all out. So that's what I'm guessing. But right now, that was AEW for this week. Brian, what show did better, NXT or AEW?
From what I heard from NXT, the Indy Hartwell story sounds fun. So I might say NXT, but AEW did good. AEW had a good show, but it's like stuff I just didn't care about. I didn't care about QT Marshall. I didn't care about the random tag team matches.
The only thing I cared about on AEW this week was Dante Martin in the beginning, and they really didn't do too much build for All Out or Rampage. Everything else to me, I really got annoyed with. Because to me, AEW was at the better shows. I enjoyed NXT more. They had a better main event. I did like the Indy Hartwell and Dexter Lumis stuff. I did like how they were furthering more of their story going into TakeOver 36, and they just had better matches. AEW was kind of like coasting this week. I mean, everybody's going to coast, but
I think they're coasting this week. I think they're coasting till Rampage this week, and then next Dynamite they will coast to Rampage. Because that's the Chicago show, and then I think after that Rampage is when they're gonna start picking it up.
Yeah, you know what? I hope you're right on that one. Well, guys, that is our Wednesday Night War. So make sure you guys come. If you listen to the podcast, make sure we're gonna move on and finish out the podcast for you. But if you listen to this on YouTube, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button for our AEW Rampage review. So obviously, we're gonna be doing that Friday night. That should be out Saturday morning. So I'm gonna make sure I did a big out Saturday morning because we gotta see what's gonna be going on Rampage. I hope they change the set a little bit. I hope they kind of make it feel like it's a different show opposed to Dynamite.
Yeah.
Because I'm as hard as I am on WWE about this shit, I'm going to be on AEW about this shit also. Because
I hope they give it like the one tunnel in the middle, like everybody gets the Cody entrance or something different. It's just because it feels too TNA.
Even Thunder changed from Nitro.
Yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully they have a new set. Maybe it can be easier since they got a different show. It can be a different set. But then again, I thought for the pay-per-views, it'll be a different set when it's slightly the same. So, we'll see.
All I know is, to me, if it's called Rampage, why not have it like the game? Just have a destroyed city in the background.
Yeah.
Like the game Rampage, just have the destroyed buildings with,
a giant monkey.
Yeah, well, you gotta have the animals in it. You gotta have the monkey gator or like that. But you could just definitely have.
I think there's gonna be electric. They obviously have like an electric theme.
Mm-hmm.
or lightning type of thing. So I think it's going to be more of lightning type of stuff in the in the video.
Okay.
Or the screen or whatever.
Well, we gotta see how it plays out. So once again, it's NC Place between Mr. Andy and not Deion Sanders for prime time.
All right, y'all.
All right, and the Nerd Coalition is out.